Let's see, get this out here. Morning, everybody. Stand by. You know the routine. How's everybody doing? It's going to take a minute here. You guys. We on? Yep. All right, good. I'm making sure we're on. Jump on, say hello. Let me know you're out there in the old interweb lands. How's everybody doing? It is Father's Day weekend. So, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. And we're going to get into that here in just a few. Just sharing this out. Let's get some more people on here. And then we will get started. A lot to cover today. Some interesting stories that I found. So, yeah, it'll be fun. Wes, I'm glad you jumped on, man. I meant to text you last night. Hey, great show last night that you guys did. I saw you guys do the drawings for that safari hunt that you got coming up. Put a link to your guys' organization, Wes, in the comments section there, man. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. I owe you a phone call. I know. I'm not dodging you. But I saw your stuff last night, and I think what you guys are doing is awesome. Taking vets over to Africa to do a hunt and stuff like that. That is something else. So yeah, Wesley, leave in the comments section. Put your organization so people can track you guys and follow you. So, all right, let's get started. Listen, Father's Day weekend this weekend. If you are a father out there, if you're blessed enough to get to call yourself a father or dad, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, you get to spend time with your kid or your kids this weekend. And whatever it is that you're doing that's work related or anything like that, if you get the opportunity, just set it aside. It'll be there Monday. Spend time with your kids this weekend. And it doesn't matter the age. If you're lucky enough and that your dad's still around and you get to spend this weekend with him, do so. Do so. I'm fortunate enough that little Bert's home this weekend, and he's getting ready to, leave here soon to go back to his life, and that's what we're doing. We're just getting wrapped up in spending time together. So happy Father's Day weekend to all of you dads out there, especially those of you that are doing it alone. It's not easy, but God bless you. I hope you enjoy Father's Day weekend. What else happened this week? This week was the 248th Army birthday. Got to bring that up. Go Army. But it was also Flag Day. So the Army birthday and Flag Day, same day. So it's important. We want to bring that up, Flag Day, as well. And that was June 14th. So Army birthday, 248 years of kicking ass and taking names. Flag Day, June 14th every year. June is also, as a reminder, June is PTSD Awareness Month or Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Make sure you check on your battle buddies, folks. Give them a call. Let them know you're there. Just listen, follow up. If you need me to call you, shoot me a text, send me a message. Some of you guys I've reached out to. Some of you guys have reached out to me. I'm good. I appreciate you guys checking in. So do a buddy check this weekend as well. Buddy check on your buddies. What else? I'm gonna take another minute here before we dive into the deep stuff. Can you guys believe that it's the middle of June already? There he is. Andrew, good morning to you, sir. How are you? Brother, it's always a pleasure when you jump on. All right. Yeah, Father's Day. It's hard to believe. Middle of June already. Middle of the year already. The year's half over. It's crazy. What are you guys doing this weekend? Let me ask you that. What do you guys have planned this weekend for Father's Day? I'm going to do a shout out here real quick to the Kansas City Barbecue Society. I got certified as a judge recently. And those you dads out there, dads that want to eat a lot of barbecue and actually be an official judge, get certified as a judge and go to competitions and judge people on their barbecue, check out Kansas City Barbecue Society. They got events all over the country, and it's fun. It was a lot of fun. They got an event coming up this weekend. I may or may not look into. A buddy of mine that I took the class with a couple months ago is doing one out in West Virginia. So, dads, those of you that like barbecue, it's funny because it's usually like retired, older guys. I say retired. I'm old, but late 50s, 60s, and further on that are judges. But starting to see more of a younger crowd. So you guys want to check that out. Kansas City Barbecue Society. Look them up online. See if there's a class near you. Take a class. But what's everybody doing this weekend? I don't know. My son's got something planned. He didn't bother telling me. He says it's a surprise. I hate surprises because it just makes me nervous, and especially with him, he's he's funny. So, in all seriousness, looking forward to spending that time. So, again, I hope all of you dads out there get to spend time with your kids and your loved ones, or spend time with your father this weekend. So, let's dive into some of the topics that I wanted to discuss today. I got an interesting article recently in the last few days, and it was about the second phase of a banking collapse. And I know I've talked a little bit about the banking systems and what's supposed to happen or what's been happening here recently. But it brings the question, is your money safe? Is your money safe in the banks? Are they, and this isn't, don't take my word for this, but there's a documentary that I'm going to post, if I can here. I'm going to post this in the links right now. It's a documentary that they did on the banking system and what is happening or what's to come. And there it is. It's pretty interesting. They call it the Great Banking Reset. I found it to be interesting. And it's definitely opened up your eyes to some new things, but I figured, hey, I'll bring it up. Maybe you guys will find it interesting, look into it a little bit, and, give me your thoughts on it. Last week I talked about, UFOs, right? And it kind of was like, I don't want to say a joke, but, UFOs, when I say UFOs, what's the first thing you think of? Most people think of, alien invasions, or, most people, when you take the emotions out of it, it's an unidentified flying object, right? So it could be really anything. But you're starting to see on social media more and more things coming out about UFO sightings. Roswell stuff is really taking off a lot now, which is very interesting. What are your guys' thoughts on more of this UFO thing? I think in the description I said Space Invaders, and it's probably trademark, so I apologize. I could switch that up, but yeah, I think there's going to be more and more UFO things, and the more and more you watch, there's some movies out there, and I didn't grab it, but I saw one with William Shatner yesterday, and they talked about the government wouldn't do X, Y, and Z. They wouldn't take military aircraft and commercial aircraft and disguise them as X and then say that it's an alien invasion. And this movie was like from several years ago. It's different, right? It's funny. Thanks, Wes, for putting that on there. AJ, if you're still on, government scam. Are you talking about the banking side of it? That's what I'm assuming. Yes? So AJ, if you're on, let me answer that for me if you would. Um, so yeah, I said it last week. I think you're going to start seeing more and more. Oh, UFOs, yes, UFOs, yes. So thanks, AJ. So yeah, the UFO government scam. I think you're going to see more and more things in the public as a scare tactic, um, and the banks. Let's face it, anything the government says, scam. Um, Adam said that, not anybody else. I think you're definitely going to see more and more. I've already started to see a lot more of these UFO sightings and different UFO stories. You're going to see more and more of the conspiracy theories stuff coming out. So I think it's pretty interesting. It's take the emotional side out of it, and it could even be entertaining. My opinion. Moving on. $2.1 billion to Ukraine. Let's go looking for Bigfoot. Why not? We spend money on everything else, Wes, right? There's a recent article, and I'm going to put this here. I'm going to start putting these articles up here. $2.1 billion more to Ukraine. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Why is that happening? What do we have here? And that was just recently. Just recently, the Biden administration tacked on another $2.1 billion to Ukraine. So check that out. Give me your thoughts on that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let me see here. Andrew posted something. The VFW going to Phoenix, I believe. July 22nd through the 27th is the VFW National Convention in Phoenix, my old stomping ground. And I would love to be there, but I'm committed to something else, I think, that week. Thank you, Andrew. Let me keep us posted on what's going on. If you're going, let me know. Shoot me a text. $2.1 billion to Ukraine. What are your thoughts on it? Next one, I want to bring up Public Square. This article here was freaking cool. This company here, I got their little sticker, Public Square, non-woke, pro-America online store app, beats Shopify, Target, Amazon, and Walmart. I've had the privilege of talking with these folks here pretty recently in the last several months. Met with a lot of them at a conference. Great organization. If you get the opportunity to look them up, go check them out. Public Square. I believe it's publicsquare.com. Go check them out. They got a lot of great, it's like a directory of all different real businesses on there that you could support. I love it. Public Square, check them out. AJ, I hope you're on for this one, man. This next one's going to be right up your alley. Lab Meat. I'm going to post this one here, too. Lab Meat. What was this? Let me get this here. World's largest lab-grown meat processing plant will have a higher carbon footprint than natural livestock farming, says National Cattlemen's Beef Association president. Lab meat. I mean, come on, people. I mean, I try to be very kind of like down the middle with stuff. This one here rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry. Lab grown meat, and it's actually worse. it has a higher will have a higher carbon footprint than natural livestock farming. Why is that better than why should we resort to this? Oh, lab grown meat. This is better. Blah, blah, blah. Bull. No pun intended. What do we have here? Yeah, AJ. Folks, if you don't know, I'm going to say this again. I'm calling AJ out in a good way. AJ Richards, if you don't know him, you need to follow him on Instagram. He's got about 1 million followers. He has a company now who actually is a network sponsor, so I'll give them a shout out real quick. Feed the People, Buy the People. Go to feedthepeoplebuythepeople.com. Listen, if you are a farmer or a rancher, or you're looking to purchase real meat from a farmer or rancher, go to feedthepeople.com. Feedthepeoplebuythepeople.com and check them out. It's got a directory of farmers and ranchers in your area that you can purchase meat from, and it supports your local economy. So it's a win-win for everybody when you think about it. Yeah, check that out. So I posted that one there. World's largest lab-grown meat processing plant. It's sickening, but check it out. Again, don't take my word for it. Do your research. That's what you're supposed to do. Critically think, right? Paul McFadden. What's up, Melon? How are you, brother? Stay on because I got a question for you. This is going to in your profession. Next up, chemtrails. Or streaks in the sky. I mean, I probably just got silenced because I said the word chemtrails. I saw this interview with RFK Jr. and thank you. Ryan Hunt. Holy cow. Hello. I saw this interview on chemtrails, and this is something I haven't really brought this up in the past, and I kind of wish I would have, because this here has been something I've always been intrigued about. I've talked with aviators and pilots, and instructors and whatnot. I said, "What's the deal with these chemtrails?" And some people are like, "Yes, it's true," and other people say it's not. Christina Moore says, "How are you?" So I want to know if you're a pilot out there, or if you've ever worked in the aviation industry or whatnot. Is there such a thing as these chemtrails? Do you think the U.S. government is using commercialized aircraft or military aircraft to get rid of certain chemicals, or spraying certain chemicals at altitudes in our atmosphere? Now, you don't have to answer that, obviously. Some of you may or may not want to answer that for obvious reasons. But I'm seeing more and more of stories like these chemtrails across the sky, and this is what this is, and this isn't natural, et cetera, et cetera. What are your guys' thoughts on it? And let me stop everybody right here real quick. When you answer this, those of you that read this, whether you agree with the person or not, let's be respectful on this, because this is open for discussion. I'm opening this up for discussion. What are your thoughts on chemtrails? Real? Not real? What are your thoughts? I've heard both sides of it, so I can't really make heads or tails of it myself. Chemtrails, what say you? And did I leave yeah, I put the article up there, or the video. And again, I just found it to be very interesting. So while you guys answer that, let's move on. We got some events coming up. We're going to be on the road again here real soon. So let's talk about where you can find HMG here in the next couple of months. Next month, July 24th through the 26th, we will be at the MSEC Global Summit, Military Child Education Coalition's Global Summit in D.C., July 24th through the 26th. We've been working with MSEC for many years. We're proud and honored to be working with them. And we've been asked to attend the Global Summit this year and help out with some audio and video stuff with their podcast, to do interviews and whatnot. So we're excited about that. So if you're interested in going and would like to go, then I'm going to leave you this link. You can go to militarychild.org, Global Summit, and you can register there. So check that out if you're interested. Come on down, especially if you're in the military and you got kids of age. So love to see you guys there. What else? Podcast. Oh, let me see here. Hold on. We got a professional here. Let me. Okay, so pressure change through the engine causing water vapor present for a short time after the pass. That's a great. Okay, thank you, Paul, for that answer and for explaining that. We got an answer on the chemtrails, folks. That's that's good. I like that. Paul coming through with the answers. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Where else are we going to be next couple months? Let me get back to some of these events here. Keep the answers coming, folks. Denver, Colorado. I'm coming for you. August 21st through the 24th, I'll be attending Podcast Movement. Podcast Movement is I believe it's the world's largest podcast expo. A lot of podcasters from all over the world will be attending this. And they do this a couple times a year. This is my first time to Podcast Movement. I've been to Podfest. Podcast Movement, first time. Denver, August 21st through 24th. So I'm calling you guys, all my Denver peeps, Colorado peeps. Listen, if you guys are out there, let's link up. If you're going to go, let me know. What else do we got? Run Ranger Run, September 1st through October 3rd. You guys probably remember this event. It's through our friends over at Gallant Few. They had changed it. This Run Ranger Run was done usually in February, and then they changed it to Patriot Challenge. And now they're bringing back the Run Ranger Run. It's Gallant Few's Fall Veteran Fitness Awareness and Fundraising event created to honor and continue the mission of U.S. Army Ranger veteran Corporal Corey Smith. In 2012, Corey ran, walked, and biked 565 miles from Fort Benning, Georgia, to his home in Indianapolis, Indiana. Corey's objective was to educate the public on the difficult journey a soldier has to reintegrate back into the civilian life. Run Ranger Run continues that mission. You can sign up for this. I'm going to leave a link for this. Boom. There you go. Run Ranger Run. Check out Gallant Few. I didn't tag him on there, but you can see it there. Check that out. AJ, what do we have here? What's the Denver event? AJ, the Denver event is called Podcast Movement. And it's the largest podcasting event. You have anybody and everybody that's in the podcast world there. There's usually literally thousands and thousands of people that go to these events and whatnot. You get all the big name companies that go. The 800-pound gorillas are going to be there. It's quite an event. I did one similar to it. The sister, I don't want to say sister, but competitor one, Podfest, I did in 2020 down in Orlando, Florida. This is my first Podcast Movement event. I've heard great things about it, and it's time for me to go. So we're going to it. George, good morning, brother. How are you? Hope all is well. Mark Peterson, Patriot Pride, appreciate you, man. Good stuff. All right, back to where else we're going to be. September. So I did Run Ranger Run. That was September through October 3rd. September 29th, we have the All Heroes Welcome Ball. That time of year, folks. September 29th, All Heroes Welcome Ball in Tampa, Florida. And then on September 30th, we have the All Heroes Open Fishing Tournament with our friends over at Team Addo. You can check that out right there. I'm going to put that there. If you're interested in coming down, let me know. If you're a veteran and you've never been to this event, let me know. Send me a DM if you're interested. So those are the events that we have coming up. MSEC Global Summit, Podcast Movement, Run Ranger Run, and then the All Heroes Welcome Ball and the All Heroes Open Fishing Tournament. So, and I'm sure there's other stuff that's going to pop up between now and then as well. So we will keep you posted as that stuff transpires. So thank you very much for that. Mentioned it before. I'm going to mention it again. New sponsor of the network. Feed the people, buy the people. Go check them out. You need to find out where you're getting your beef from. And if you want to get beef local and you're not sure where to go to this website. They'll help you out. New show coming to HMG. Got a meeting with these guys this afternoon. I'm looking forward to this one. Warrior GMR HQ Podcast is a unique platform. Is passionately dedicated to promoting health, wellness, and strong sense of community with overlapping spheres of veterans, gaming enthusiasts, and budding entrepreneurs. This is a great organization. They're going to be doing an event coming up in September, which we'll put on the events page once we have more of that. Down in D.C., they got a big thing. They're doing a lot of different video games, bringing people together. I love it. AJ, absolutely, brother. What else? Win the Bronco. Team Addo's got that Bronco, guys. 2022 custom Ford Bronco. This thing is pristine. I mention it every week because they're only selling 5,000 tickets. They're drawing the tickets in September. It's $100 for a ticket. You get a 1 in 5,000 chance of winning. If you win it, you get $10,000 cash as well for tags, tax, and registration. I'll put that up here after the show so you guys can see pictures of it. HMG Coffee. Listen, I owe some people some coffee, and here's my explanation. We just had a backlog of the Brazilian Cerrado. Got it now, roasted and ready to ship out to you guys. If you go to hmgcoffee.com or hmgbeverage.com, if you sign up for the monthly subscription, you're going to get free shipping. Free shipping if you have a monthly subscription. Questions, comments, cries of outrage, send me an email, drop me a DM, and make sure you follow them on Instagram and the old Facebook here. All right. What else do we have here? Let's get into some of the shows. Some of the shows this week. I'm going to start with yours truly. I did a show this week, and we called it From Pain to Purpose. I talked with he's a surgeon, a #1 best-selling author of the book called Saved. He's a radio show host and a motivational speaker. Craig Thayer. This guy just super down to earth. I had such a blast with him, and he shares his story of overcoming so many things. He was adopted, or he was given up for adoption at birth, and then he lived pretty much most of his life undiagnosed with a reading disorder until he was in his mid-50s. Had a challenge of getting into medical school, and then when he got there, he started experiencing some family loss and whatnot, and people were constantly telling him, "You're not going to make it. You're not going to do it. You're not going to graduate," and he did. It's a very inspirational story. I'd love for you guys to check it out. It's this week's Decision Hour. Next up, we have Pushing Back Chaos. Oh, with our the three amigos, as I like to call them. This, I don't know if Paul's still on. This week, Mike and Mellon kick off the episode. Mike and Mellon. Where's Tio on this one? Calling you out, Tio. Mike and Mellon kick off the episode talking about June Mental Health Awareness Month and the theme and the stuff that they've been doing. They've actually been doing Pushing Back Chaos has been doing a Instagram live every Saturday, and they switch up. So Tio's MIA again. Yeah, right. Tio's slacking. Tio's slacking. No, but we love Tio. But this week so every Saturday they do an Instagram live. I encourage you guys to check it out because it's just one of the hosts will jump on and talk about a certain topic, and you get to know the host more on kind of a personal and deeper level as well. And I love it, and the show has grown so much over the last 50 plus episodes since they started the Pushing Back Chaos brand. But this week, Mike and Mellon, they talk about the Mental Health Awareness Month, and then Mike jumps in with a leadership masterclass. Mike, day job, if you will, is kind of a higher end. He's still in the military, so he does a lot of high-end stuff. That's all I'll say. And then they move on to the topic of how family, friends, and the community can support individuals dealing with depression and mental health issues. This was such a great, eye-opening episode, and I think it's one that people take for granted. I'm going to say that. And what I mean by that is a lot of the times we don't reach out to our friends or our battle buddies or whatnot, and we really just call just to say hello, see how they're doing. And a lot of times, you have a select few that just don't want to be found, and those are the ones that you probably need to be reaching out to the most. But we live in a world of technology, right? I'm sitting here in my office, my home office out east. I have, friends that are that are out west. I have people on here that are across the globe, and we're communicating together. We have these, pocket computers, as I like to call them, and this type of technology here. It doesn't take much to reach out to a family member or a friend just to see how they're doing and to make sure that they're doing all right. So maybe you have a friend or a loved one that isn't responding, and you'd like for us to reach out just to say hello and see how they're doing. Let me know. I got no problem reaching out to people. And if you guys need, those of you who are watching or listening, and you just need an ear to listen, reach out to us. We've always been there. I've always said, like, if somebody reaches out and says, "Hey man, I need somebody to talk to," great. Send me your number. I'll give you a call right now. What's going on? Let's work things out, and good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So be there. Do buddy check on your battle buddies. So make sure you check that out. It was a great episode. Pushing Back Chaos. Great show, guys. Next up, we got the Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal Shay Sparks. This week, from burned out to being fired up, with guest Brian Kramer. Brian is the father of the human to human, or the H to H executive trainer. It's amazing how we live in such a world where we've taken away that human component. They discuss marketing agency owner and keynote speaker Brian Kramer shares his story, how he progressed from traveling 200 days a year, coaching one-on-one so he could get his life back. He created the human-to-human experience. It's absolutely amazing. Brian's been called the Zen master to digital marketers, according to Forbes. It's a great episode. Check it out. The Power of Investing in People podcast. Mark, let me see here. A six-pack takes 36 seconds. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Mark, what do you guys got coming up? I see you guys traveling. I liked your little outfit you had on the other day there, Mark. People's Patriot Project. You know what? Mark's on. Let's talk about the People's Patriot Project real quick, because the People's Patriot Project, they do a show every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We got your 6 at 6. And let me tell you, if you haven't watched this or listened to it, you're missing out. They got a lot of great guests that come on each and every week. 6 p.m. That's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Go check them out. People's Patriot Project. They're live on Facebook every weekend. So check it out. All right, next up we got The Other Side of the Firewall. This is one of the newer shows. IT show. I like this. This week, they do a show every day. Monday, they talked about how Microsoft suffers a DDoS attack. Not sure what DDoS means. I'll be honest with you. Tuesday, Google's framework for generative AI. That one was interesting. Wednesday, U.S. agencies to integrate open AI technology. Let me say that again. The Other Side of the Firewall this week on Wednesday, their episode was U.S. agencies to integrate open AI technology. What does that mean? You better listen and find out. It's very, very interesting. And then Thursday, Justin Cook, Director of Strategic Growth and Technology over at Red Sky. Great interview there. So I'm really digging this show. I'm glad they're on board here. So check it out. Other Side of the Firewall. Next up, we got the Misfit Nation podcast. This week, I love this episode. Shorty Rock, he's a coach, entrepreneur, artist, and he's a song ghostwriter. Did I say that right? Song ghostwriter. Yeah, ghostwrite songs for people. That's what I'm trying to say. Since his conversion to Christianity in 1996, Shorty Rock has been determined to stay on the right path. He's been highly devoted using his talents, particularly his great talent to write, perform hip-hop music, and tell his life story, and incorporate the teachings of Jesus Christ in his music. I've listened to some of his songs. It's freaking awesome. This was a great episode, Misfit Nation podcast. Check it out. Next up, go check out our friends over at Wheelchairs for Warriors. Go to wheelchairsforwarriors.org or wheelchairsforwarriors.com. Check them out. Love what they're doing over there. I got some stuff coming up later this year with them as well. Environmentally speaking, this week we called it Smoke in the Air. And I'm not talking about Maverick or anything like that. Smoke in the air. Remember that? No? Just me? Okay. Smoke in the air. This week, they're talking about the poor air quality that's been going on really up here in all the northeast part of the country, particularly New York City and into Rhode Island. The sky over New York has been described as orange and hazy. Clearly, those people have never been to the Middle East, because I remember orange and hazy in Iraq. Just saying. Tune in as they discuss fine particulates and why it is bad for humans in public health. So orange and hazy probably means something bad. It's got poor air quality. What does it mean? You're going to find out. The gals talk about it. That's environmentally speaking. Check it out. Next up, we got the MSEC podcast. Love this episode this week because they brought in Aisha. She's a high school spotlight winner in the 2023 MSEC Call for the Arts as she talks about her journey as a military child, the inspiration behind her art, and how being a Space Force kid is really not much different from being an Air Force kid. Pretty cool episode. Check it out. That's this week's MSEC podcast. All right, next up we have the Arms Room. This week they're discussing building visual observation and surveillance skills. I love this one. This was a great one. Check it out. That's the Arms Room show. What do we have here, Mark? Mark Peterson, author of American Sniper. Ooh. All right, listen, folks. Mark just posted, hey, you're getting a sneak peek of what's coming up on We Got Your 6 at 6 this Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Author of American Sniper. Scott McEwen. And wow, nice. It's a good one, brother. Can't wait to see that one. Happy Father's Day to you, Mark, by the way. Next up, we got Chasing Happiness, from extreme to sustainable. Sorry. A pro bodybuilder's journey to holistic fitness. Jeff Lader, he's an ex-pro bodybuilder who traded the world of extreme diets and workouts for a more sustainable, holistic approach to fitness and nutrition. This was a really cool episode. Jeff shares his personal story, detailing his challenges and how he founded a successful online coaching company that helps clients worldwide achieve their health and happiness goals. Great episode, Chasing Happiness. Check it out. Next up, we got the Joel Evans Show. My man Joel. If you haven't checked out his new book, Ignite, go check it out. You can find it on Amazon. This week, the world's most powerful antioxidant. There are over 2,000 studies of molecular hydrogen, but not many know of it. Joel dives deep with Greg, the hydrogen man, on how he recovered his health and many others just using molecular hydrogen, and why this molecule acts as a selective antioxidant shown to help with cancer, strokes, Alzheimer's, and more. Very interesting. I started watching this interview, and I did not get through all of it, but it's very eye-opening, and it's cool. Go check it out. It's the Joel Evans Show. Next up, we got the Label Free podcast, Behind the Labels edition. In this episode of Behind the Labels, host Jules B. interviews a doctor and former EMT who shares his journey from poverty to success. They discuss the challenges of pursuing entrepreneurship and self-development and how poverty mindset can hold people back. That's why I always say keep a positive mindset. There's something to be said about having a positive mindset. Good episode. Label Free podcast. Check it out. Next up, we got Because Bikers Matter podcast. Our man Vegas this week. He is, they go over to the South Suburban Chapter ABIT of Illinois' President Daisy Perez about motorcycle safety and motorcycle rights. Absolutely awesome episode. Listen, I've always said this. I'm going to say it again. If you ride motorcycles, you need to be listening to this podcast. Period. They got a great sponsor with Motorcycle Safety Lawyers, which is a great organization as well. We'll get to them here in a minute. But great episode, Because Bikers Matter podcast. Check it out. Time to shine today with our man Fergie. This week, as a CEO of Transform Your Performance, Regina Huber joins Scott on Time to Shine Today. She's adventurous, experienced on 5 continents, starting in Germany. So she's got several businesses. It includes leadership positions at BCG and ownership of businesses in Argentina, Brazil, and the U.S., which shaped her into a multicultural, transformational leadership coach, inspirational speaker, and author. Good episode. Check that out. That's Time to Shine Today. What else we got? Who's all on here? Say hello if you're just getting on. We're going to be wrapping this up here soon, but real quick, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. My Tax Fella, my man Anthony over at My Tax Fella. Love those guys. They do our bookkeeping and all of our taxes every year for all of my businesses. Go check them out, mytaxfella.com. JB Auto Clothiers. Somebody mentioned the suit. Some of you guys like the suit. This is a JB Auto Clothiers suit. Let me give you a sneak peek there. Look at, you got the inside skulls. It's custom. If you like it, you can get one too. Go check it out. jbautoclothiers.com. Rich, good morning, brother. How are you? Appreciate you jumping on. Great episode. Rich, I loved the episode with Shorty Rock, man. That was an awesome, awesome episode. jbautoclothiers.com. Go check it out. Follow them on the old social media platforms. Show them some love. Honor Brewing, Alibi Tattoo, HMG Beverage. Love you guys. Thank you all for supporting. Forget Genetics. Listen, if you're an outdoorsman, you like to hunt, go check out Forget Genetics. You'll like it. Your woodland creatures will like it. And if you go order their stuff today, use HMG as a promo code, and you get 10% off. Boom. So go check it out. Forget Genetics. Motorcycle Safety Lawyers. I just mentioned them a few minutes ago. Love this organization. If you ride motorcycles, you need to be checking out Motorcycle Safety Lawyers. Go to motorcyclesafetylawyers.com. Check it out. Got a Whole Brewing over in Eureka Springs. Love you guys. Thank you for your love and support. And then last, certainly not least, Carrabba's down in Fayetteville. If you're in the Fort Bragg area, go check them out. This is the one. This is the Carrabba's over on Sycamore, Dairy Road, 4209 Sycamore. Go check it out. Let them know that we, HMG sent you. So thank you to all of our sponsors. And then, of course, you cannot forget Feed the People, Buy the People, our newest sponsor, network sponsor. We couldn't do this without you guys. So very much appreciate you guys' love and support. So that's it. That's all the time I have today. Go check out all the shows over at heroesmediagroup.com. We got some new articles up, some very interesting articles at that. So go check out the articles. And if you want to be a contributor of HMG, we are hiring writers and contributors right now. And we got some new spots opening up here at the HMG family. So if you're interested in becoming part of the HMG family, whether you're a podcaster, an author, or you're looking to work for us, send us a DM. Let us know. We'll send you the information and we'll set you up with an interview with yours truly. So let me see here. Again, happy Father's Day weekend to all you great dads out there, especially you dads that show up each and every day for your kids. Enjoy the weekend because it is yours. Be the light in someone's darkness. Smile a lot. Make someone laugh and know someone cares. God bless you. God bless America. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.